Namaste. Today we're going to do a short Yin class, just to bring the energy down and in a little bit. We are coming close to the change of seasons with the spleen energy, so it's good to work with the tendons and the ligaments. When we hold poses, that's when we really get to feed all the tendons and the ligaments in between the joints. So first we are just going to start with connecting with the breath, because when we're holding positions, sometimes we need to breathe quite deep because it could be a little painful. So we're just going to really work into finding that deep breath first. So bringing the hands onto the belly, middle finger right where the navel is, and we're just going to inhale, allow the belly to expand and the fingers will come apart slightly. And then as we exhale, we're drawing the belly back toward the spine. Try to keep the shoulders down and relax. So inhale, allow the belly to expand. Fingertips will come slightly apart, and exhale, push the belly back to the spine. Now make sure you're pushing below the navel as well. Don't just push above the navel on the adrenals. We want to get the whole breath. So inhale. Get it right down to the heart. Exhale, lower belly, navel, and above the belly. So just let the breath relax. Go with your breath, don't force the breath. In and out through the nose. If you have excess energy you need to release a little, breathe out through the mouth. So you may just want to take the first few breaths. And then start breathing in and out through the nose. Again, don't force the breath or try to control it. Just work with the abdomen, expanding on the inhale and contracting on the exhale. Sink into the sit bones, lift the top of the front of the chest, drop the shoulders, chin down and draw the chin in slightly. Reach out the crown of the head. Feel as when you're lengthening your neck that you're lifting up from behind the ears. And just close your eyes and feel your breath, deepening the breath. The cooling breath is the belly breath. So when you're feeling overheated, emotionally, physically or mentally, this belly breath will help to cool you down, to calm you down. It's the grounding breath, the breath of body. And then bringing the hands onto the chest, inhaling into the chest. Let the whole chest expand, front, back, side to side. The fingertips will come apart again, and as you exhale, the sternum's coming back toward the spine. Let the chest expand in every direction, front, back, top, bottom, side to side. This is the breath of soul, your emotional breath. So when you're feeling out of control in that emotional state, this breath will begin to bring you back into control. It's also known as the warming breath. So even when you're cold, feeling cold within the emotions, the body or the mind, this breath will warm us up. Expanding on the in-breath, just falling back to the spine on the out-breath. And smile into your heart. okay to move your legs or change your seated position if you're getting uncomfortable. You might even want to grab yourself a bolster if you're really not coping and sit on the bolster or a cushion or a block and just bring the hips up a little so you're tilting the pelvis forward. Just make sure you're comfortable so you can breathe at a nice, regular, even pace. And just know that you're more than this physical body. You are an energy, a soul energy, and this vibration is constantly changing. Every time your emotions shift, your vibration changes. Now is a good time to think of how you would like to vibrate. What is your vibe? What would you like to resonate out into the universe? And whatever you resonate out into the universe comes back to you. And then bring your fingers to the nape of the neck here. Now we're going to breathe in up through the spine, all the way up to the center of the head. And we're going to breathe out back down the spine. So now the belly or the chest doesn't rise. We try to just bring the breath real deeply into the center of the spine. Right up to the center of the head, and then exhale back down the spine. And on every out breath, let the chest rise just ever so slightly and the shoulders to fall. And this is the breath of control. Whenever we're feeling out of control physically, mentally, or emotionally, this breath will bring us back to balance. It's the breath of spirit, of our larger mind. So whatever you're thinking about resonating out into the universe, see that in your mind's eye. And then just bring the backs of the hands onto the knees, pointer finger and thumbs touching. And we're going to bring that breath into three parts now. So take a small third to the soft part of the belly, a third to the chest, a third through the throat into the head, bringing body, soul and spirit together. As you exhale, pull the belly back, the chest back, the throat back. Inhale, a third to the belly, a third to the chest, a third through the throat. And as you exhale, belly back, chest back, throat back. Keep the breath moving. Close your eyes, deepen the breath, get it right down to your base and right up to the center of the head. You may not get it in one swoop at first, but just keep working until you can get a full breath, a full yogic breath the ah, body, soul, spirit, cooling, warming, control and balance. Exhale. We're going to inhale 3 times with 3 ohms on the exhalation. Full breath in. Again. Stretch your arms above your head. Make the same sound in a yawn. Just take your legs out. Just rub down the thighs to the knees. And then move the knees. Don't actually just rub them, but move the kneecaps a little and then rub down the legs. And then give them a little pat down the outside, up the inside, into the groin, the lower part of the belly, around the bottom, back down the legs, and again up the legs and into the belly. One more time. In the back, the bottom, down the legs, inside of the legs, into the pelvis. So we're just going to start with a little bit of stretching into the arms. So sit how you're comfortable. You may want to sit on your feet with a bolster in between the knees here. So you'd be sitting more this way if you have sore knees. Or you might want to just sit on your feet. You may want to sit on the bolster again with your legs crossed. If you get a lot of tension across the side here, sitting with your legs out like this, it's probably not the best seated position for you, so you would want to sit on your feet. And if you do that regularly enough, you'll be able to release that tension down the bottom and out down the legs. So just find your comfortable position. Good. Okay, so inhale, bring the right arm over the head. Exhale, and then just take a hold of the left elbow, lift the arm up first, then pull the arm across. And then look to the right elbow. We're just going to take a few deep breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling. So we're going to move deep into the right lung. We're also opening the liver. And the liver helps to cleanse our body. It also helps to alkalize our body. So counteracting the toxins. The arms relate to the lungs and the heart. So working into the depths of the lung, the depths of the heart. Inhale, a sigh of release. Bring the head to the front and just bring the hand down. And then bringing the right arm in front of you as you inhale, taking above the elbow from underneath, pull the arm across, drop the right shoulder down and look over the right shoulder. If your shoulder's touching your chin, don't lift your head, drop the shoulder. Feel the shoulder blade opening, take the breath into that area. So wherever you're stretching, direct the breath there. And just see your shoulder blade as a wing, and you're opening the shoulder blade. So now we're really working toward the middle of the lungs, but also into the back of the heart. Again, past emotions. So just let those past emotions release by spreading your wing, by letting that right shoulder blade open. Just free yourself up a little. Take the breath to the stretch. Big breath in and a sigh of release. Oh. And just let the arms slide down, look to the front. So we're going to take the right arm up the back now. So just folding the arm up the back. If you can bend the arm, that's great. Some of you may not be able to. Some of you may be just pulling on the forearm. Others may be able to get a hold of the elbow and fold the arm up the back. So just see where you can go with that. And then you're going to take the left ear to the left shoulder. So bring the chin down slightly and then take the left ear to the left shoulder. So you want to feel yourself opening from the limp forefingers under the ear. So if you get your pointer finger fingernail under your earlobe, close the fingers off. Where that little finger lands is the lymph filters, and you want to stretch toward the lymph glands. Don't pull hard because you'll narrow the vessels. Just take your head softly to the side, breathing into the top of the right lung and the front of the heart. So feeling peace and love and happiness, contentment. Take the breath to the stretch. Soften and open. And just having that sense of letting go. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, release the arm. Just lift the right shoulder, releasing the shoulder down, lift the elbow, releasing the elbow, lift the wrist, and release the hand down. Inhale, bringing the left arm over the head, fold the arm down. Exhale, take a hold of the elbow with the right hand. Lift the arm up and then pull it across. Turn and look toward the left elbow. Breathing nice and deep again into the stretch, getting deep into the left lung now. And that stomach, spleen and pancreas. Allowing strength and focus, letting the obsessive, anxious feelings release. Moving a little deeper toward the heart, as the heart tends to be a little more on the left than the right. Still in the center, but it just leans a little more to the left. Spleen tends to strengthen and tonify the body as it releases amino acids that make proteins, giving us that strength. And we know when we eat protein, we feel a little more focused. Full breath inside releases your exhale. Inhale to the front. Exhale, release the arms down. Bring the left arm in front of you, taking above the elbow on the upper arm from underneath. Pull the arm across. Look over to your left. Shoulder down again. If the chin's touching the shoulder, drop the shoulder. Don't tilt the head back. Feel your wings spreading open, your shoulder blade. Take your breath there. Open your wing, release the back of the tension from the back of the heart. Just letting go. Just allow it to open through relaxing and breathing. Full breath in, a sigh of release on the out breath. Inhale to the front. Exhale, release the arm down. So we're going to fold that left arm up the back. So taking a hold of the forearm, if that's all you can reach, might help you to get a hold of your elbow even. Then folding the arm up the back if you can. And then going to take the right ear to the right shoulder. So lift through the crown of the head, chin down, not like this, just drop the chin slightly. And then drop the right ear to the right shoulder. So you're aiming the chin toward the right side of the chest, just a little. Again, opening from the lymph filters. Fingernail of the pointer finger under the earlobe, close the fingers off. Where the little finger lands is the lymph filters. We want to open up toward the glands that sit just here at the armpit. Don't overstretch, just let it open softly. Breathing into the top of the left lung, the front of the heart, into our present moment here. So smiling into your heart, loving yourself, caring for yourself, knowing yourself. Make sure you're not leaning to your side. Stay upright. Just having that sense of letting go. Full breath in, big sigh of release. Inhale, lifting the head. Exhale, release the arm. And then just lifting the left shoulder. As dropping the left shoulder, pick up the left elbow. As you're dropping the elbow, lift the wrist and just bring the hand down. And then we're going to come into cat stance. So bringing the knees under the hips and the hands underneath the shoulders. Knees are just a fist apart, as wide as the hips. Inhale, take the right arm up. And then as you exhale, you're going to fold that right arm underneath you and bring the elbow toward the knee. A couple more times. Inhale, bring the right arm up. And then exhale, fold the right arm underneath you, elbow toward the knee. We're aiming the ear to the floor. One more time. Inhale, reach. And then exhale, bring it under. And then bring the ear to the floor. That could be very difficult for some of you. You may want to put a block or whatever you can find that's comfortable. Put your ear onto the block so you can stretch the right side of the neck. Or you might be comfortable to bring the ear to the floor. And then you have two options. You can fold that left arm behind your back, or bring the back of the hand to touch the floor, the palms up. So bringing the palm up. And we're just going to hold and breathe. Now don't push forward, just relax between the neck and the ear and the shoulder. And just as you relax, the neck will open more. Make sure you're not bent in the back of the neck. You want the back of the neck long and open. So bring the chin in and just rest here and breathe. And focus on relaxing the shoulder, the neck. Just letting it all release. Take the breath to the stretch. And if you're comfortable on the next exhale, roll over the top of the shoulder a little more. No force. You just want to soften and open. And then inhale, we're just going to slowly roll out of it. Stay close to the floor, push with the left hand, and just bring yourself back to pose of the child, arms out in front. Walk the hands forward so the elbows are off the floor. Just the top of the forehead touches the floor. Breathe into the two shoulder blades and the chest. Chest expanding on the in-breath. As you exhale, push your bottom closer to your heels. Roll the armpits in toward the cheeks. Keep the breath going, breathing into the chest, expanding the chest, and breathing out, push the bottom into the heels. And then press the bottom to the heels. You're going to ripple up to cat stance again. Inhale, taking that left arm up. And then exhale, folding the left elbow next to the right knee. Couple more times, just loosen the spine. Inhale as you raise, exhale as you twist under, because you're squeezing the organ. So you exhale, inhale, you're expanding the organ. And then exhale, bring the elbow to the knee. We're going to hold now. So again, you can fold the right arm behind your back or bring it over the head, bringing the back of the hand to touch the floor, the palm to the sky. And again, if you can't get all the way down and your neck's a bit funnily cocked, you're going to bring your head onto a block, just so you can get that stretch through the side of the neck, the lymph again. We all tend to get a little tight around the neck as we tension, anxiety, worries. And tuck the chin in a little so the back of the neck's long and open. Make sure the head's not tilted back, but bring the chin down a little. And just stay soft. And as you relax, the weight of your body will stretch the neck open. Breathe into the stretch. If you're feeling relaxed and open enough, you can roll over that left shoulder just a little more. Breathe. Relax. Full breath in, big sigh of release. And then staying close to the floor, push with that right hand, slide your way back. Pull the arm out from underneath you, both arms straight ahead, spin the armpits towards the ears. Sit back, top of the forehead touches the floor. Inhale, expand through the shoulder blades, the chest. Exhale, push the bottom toward the heels. And then relax the elbows to the floor. Push the bottom to the heels, rolling up, stacking vertebra on vertebra as you come up to sitting. Chest lifts, shoulders roll back, then the head lifts. Good. Okay, so we'll just release the neck and the shoulders a little more. This should really calm you down, clear your mind. Just take away all of that anxiety and tension. Just bring the shoulders up under the ears and massage the sides of the neck. Because we've just opened the ligaments, so there's little ligaments that sit on the heads of the bones, and they release the fluids into the joints to create the space, the fascial fluids. So just rolling the shoulders forward, just gently, little energetic fluid circles, not big muscle circles, just little movements. See if you can initiate the move and then follow it through. And then changing directions forward to back. So just see if you can lift and then follow the fluids. So opening the major joints, the shoulders and the hips. Just a little stretch today. but these are major joints. So this little stretch is a major workout. As we open these larger joints where we make most of our blood, we then full of beautiful clear fluids again and lots of moisture into our joints. It's like moisturizing the joints, or rusty tin can being oiled. So we're just going to open the hips now. We're going to sit on our bottom, and the right foot is going to be next to the butt. So we're not sitting on it, it's to the side of it. Some of you may not even be able to fold your leg like that, so you can keep the leg out straight, that's fine. And the left foot is going to be folded in, so the sole of the foot's resting against the inner thigh. So again, not under the inner thigh, but against it. And we're just going to lay back from here. So we'll just start off to make sure that we're sort of loosened up a little. Just bring the hands behind you and lean back. And you might feel the groin already stretching quite a bit. So just make a fist and rub into the groin. So the lymph are here and they're draining the acid from the legs. They're also draining the lower organs as well. So just give it a little bit of a rub, let it open. And then maybe chop the quad a little bit. Good. So some of you may be able to take your hands further back. Some of you may be able to come back on both elbows. Don't be on one elbow, you have to come onto both elbows, otherwise you're all twisted in the body. The main thing is this right knee stays on the floor. Okay, once it starts lifting, it changes everything, and then you're not in the right shape. So only go as far as you can without that right knee coming off of the floor. And then if you're really open today, you spread your elbows and lay flat to the floor. But again, be aware of this right knee. Some of you may be able to get a bolster or a big cushion behind you and lay back on that. And some of you may be arched like this and not be able to lay flat. So you may want to get another pillow or a block and just put that under your head. So then the chest is opening nicely too. You may want to do that if you're feeling quite tight in the chest rather than laying flat. So just find what's comfortable for you. Some of you may even need 2 bolsters or some sort of larger stacking. And we're just going to lay back here for a couple of minutes, breathing deeply again. Turn the palms up to the sky, receiving energy from the universe. Allow the energy centers, the chakras in the palms to open. If you're laying flat back, spread the shoulder blades apart and then drop the shoulders to the floor. And if you're feeling a stretch, take your breath to the stretch. This is a really good way to also get the colon, the bladder and the kidney open. Working your legs works the lower organs of the body. Twists work all the center organs, the upper digestive organs. Just allow yourself to relax and open now. And just focus on softening rather than trying to stretch more. Just focus on the breath moving to the area and softening the area that's opening. So direct the breath toward the stretch, enhancing oxygen to move to the area, prana, blood, hormone. If you're laying flat, well, at first, before we do that, take a big breath in and make a big sigh of release. Oh. And you're just going to press the palms into the floor if you're on your bolster or laying flat. Bring your hands under your lower back. Press your lower back to your hands, your belly to your spine, and then push through the elbows and the hands to bring yourself up. Everybody, just hold one wrist, your right wrist behind your back, and now just come forward over your left leg. Some of you may be able to come all the way down. Others might want to grab their bolster or whatever they had, or both, and bring the forehead onto that rest. And to come up using your hands if you like, or just keep your hands behind your back. Inhale, lift. And then we're just going to change sides. So bring the legs out, stretch them. You may want to just give your legs another pitta pata. And then folding the left leg behind you. So again, make sure you don't sit on the heel. Right foot just resting on the inner thigh. Okay, and you may want to just make that fist again and rub the groin a little, just to get the ligaments lubricated a bit through rubbing and opening the lymph, helping all the drainage, the acid from the legs, the excess from the organs, and then just pummel the quad a little bit. So grab your bolsters or anything you need as you come back. So you may just want to lean back a little bit first, gradually allowing yourself to come all the way down. Come down on the right elbow first, then left. Make sure this left knee doesn't lift. And then if you can, spread the elbows, go all the way back. And just hold palms to the sky so you're receiving energy from the universe. You're laying flat, spread the shoulder blades and lay back. Let the shoulders fall to the floor. Take the breath to the stretch. Opening the largest joints of the body now, the hips, where we make most of the blood, about 60%. It's working in these two major joints now. Keep our arms and legs fed. And allowing the energy to move from our limbs into our body. We have the lymph in the groin and the lymph at the armpits, so we're also opening the lymph areas so there's efficient drainage. Major blood vessel goes up from the inside of the leg into the body, and because we sit a lot, it's really important to get this area open so we're not continually closing the blood vessel. When we get too much pressure on the blood vessel in the groin, we can start to get lack of flow to the legs. like varicose veins. 3 more long, deep breaths. Big sigh of release on this inhalation. Oh. So bringing the palms to the floor, hands under the lower back if you're laying flat. Press the back to the hands, the belly to the spine. Push up on the arms all the way through. Take a hold of the left wrist and we're going to come forward over the right leg. So again, if you need your props to bring you over, use the props. Or if you can bring your forehead to the floor, take the forehead to the floor. And using your hands or not, inhale, bring yourself up. And then we're just going to come straight into a relaxation now. So bring the hands out in front of you, round out through the lower back. Try to get the belly back toward the spine and start lowering yourself to the floor. Just bring both feet next to the hips, next to the bottom cheeks, not the bottom of the hip bones, these sit bones here. Palms down. We're just going to press the hips up to the sky. Turn the toes in so you've got a straight line down the outside of the legs and the feet are about a fist apart. Drop the belly back toward the spine. Press the sacrum, that large bone between the hips, into the floor, and then begin to peel your body off the floor. Press the tops of the shoulders into the floor and come all the way up in between your shoulder blades. But keep pushing up through the sacrum and the pubic bone. So lift through the pelvic floor and press the hips up to the sky. 3 deep breaths here. These should help all this leg stuff for cramps in the legs as well. And then slowly coming back down vertebra by vertebra. Lower ribs touch before the mid-back. Mid-back touches before the lower back, bellies to the spine. Lower back touches before the sacrum, and then release the tailbone. And then just bring the knees into the chest. Rock side to side, just a little massaging the muscles near the spine. And then just little circles with the knees. And change direction. It's a bit frightening. Loud bird. Good. And rock side to side again. And then just wrap back and forward a little. And coming into relaxation. So again, if you have problems laying flat, you can bring that bolster under your knees or a cushion, whatever you have. And turn the palms up to the sky, hands slightly away from the body. Bring the feet together and then let the toes fan out. Tuck the chin into the throat, lift the head off the ground and just put the head back on the floor. And say, ah, not ah, say ah. Softening the body. Imagine you're just sinking into the earth, moving down through the layers of the earth, just soil, the clay, the water, the oil, moving all the way deep into the center of the earth. Imagine you can feel Earth Mother cradling you in her arms. And just relaxing into Earth Mother, feeling safe and secure and supported, loved and nurtured, grounded and strong, deeply connected. And feel yourself now rising from the center of the earth, going through the layers, the crystals, the oils, the waters, the clay, the soil, until you come back to the surface of the earth. And then feel your body begin to rise from the surface of the earth, rising up to the treetops, above the treetops, into the clouds, right up through the layers of the Earth's ozone. And imagine you can feel yourself drifting past all the planets, and imagine you come right up to the center of the universe, floating here, feeling safe in the arms of Sky Father, feeling nurtured and safe, feeling light and clear and enthusiastic, feeling totally connected in spirit and mind, feeling part of a whole, part of the whole of the universe. Imagine you were without that physical body and you were just another atom, another ion. Come back down to the earth through the layers of the atmosphere, down through the clouds to the treetops, and back down to touch the earth, feeling yourself, the soul, in between the earth and the universe, and you relaxing in between. And know that you are connected and part of earth and universe, not separate. Take a full breath in, belly, chest, throat to the head. Hold the breath in, squeeze the fingers, the toes, the eyes tight shut. Stretch your arms above your head, lift your bottom off the floor and yawn. Lower yourself back to the floor. Rub your hands up through the throat, say Rub your hands around your hara below the navel, say Roll onto your right side and just slowly come up to sitting. And we'll just finish where we started. 3 full breaths, 3 long ohms. Pressing the backs of the hands on the legs, fingertips together. Breathing in. Bringing the right hand of thought, the left hand of body together, mind and body, spirit and body, at the heart. Name deep into the center of your soul. Namaste. And just click around you, seal off your aura. And have a lovely day. See you soon.